Hello friends, we're given this question 1 over x minus 4 raised to the power of x equals to 0. Then we ask to find the value of x. So let's write this question. We have 1 divided by x minus 4 raised to the power of x equals to 0. The first we're going to do here is to take this negative 4 raised to the power of x to the right hand side. And when we do that, it's going to change to positive. So we have 1 divided by x equals to 4 raised to the power of x. Alright, now the next we're going to do here is to remove this power here. We want this 4 to be alone. So to do that, we're going to raise both sides to the power of 1 over x. That is inverse of this x. So we're going to have 1 over x to the power of 1 over x equals to, we have 4 to the power of x times 1 is x over x. Now this and this is going to cancel. We'll be left with 1 over x to the power of 1 over x equals to 4. Now if you look at this left hand side of this equation, we see that it is in exponential form, and not only exponential form, the base is equals to the power, you get. So we are going to write this 4 to be in this format. Can we? Yes, because 4 is equals to 2 to the power of 2. So when we do that, we are going to have 1 over x to the power of 1 over x equals to 2 to the power of 2. Now we have this base here, and it is similar or the same thing with this power. The same thing is applicable to the right hand side of this equation. This 2 is the same thing as this 2. So we're going to compare the bases. So it's either we compare the bases 1 over x and 2, or the powers 1 over x and 2. Whichever one you do, you are going to get the same value of x. So we have 1 over x is equals to 2. Now let's multiply both sides by x. Then when we do that, we're going to have this and this will cancel. We'll be left with 1 is equals to 2 multiplied by x. And then let's divide both sides by 2 to find the value of x. So this and this will cancel. We're going to be left with x is equals to half. Now let's check and know if this value of x is the solution to this question. So we have 1 over, we're going to substitute half for x. So we have 1 over 2 minus 4 to the power of half. 1 divided by 1 over 2 is the same thing as 2. Then minus 4 to the power of half is the same thing as square root of 4, which is equals to 2. Now 2 minus 2 is equals to 0, which is the same thing as what we have here. Now let me ask you this question. This approach I used in solving this question, is it the right approach? Am I supposed to compare these two bases or the powers, seeing that they are not the same? Because in indices, we know that if you have a to the power of m is equals to a to the power of n, since these bases are the same, you can compare the powers. In this case, you can say that m is equals to n. Or when you have something like a to the power of b equals to 2 to the power of b, since the powers are the same, we can compare the bases. In this case, a will be equals to 2. So this is what you know in indices. But then that is not the same case here. 1 over x is not equals to 2. We get, so we can't compare the two bases here or the powers. So this approach I used is not right. Even though we got the answer half, it doesn't make it the right approach. You understand? So we can't solve this question algebraically, rather we can solve it numerically. So we can only solve it by testing numbers. Let's do that. So we have 1 over x minus 4 to the power of x equals to 0. Now let's equate this to be f of x. We're going to have f of x is equals to 1 over x minus 4 to the power of x. Now notice that we have x at the denominator, so the value of x here can equal 0. Otherwise, this whole function will be undefined. So let's start with x equals to 1. So f of 1 is going to be equals to 1 over 1 minus 4 to the power of 1, which is the same thing as 1 minus 4, which is equals to negative 3. And then we know that negative 3 is less than 0. So let's test f of 2. So have half minus 4 squared. And then this is going to be equals to, if you put it to your calculator, half minus 4 times 4 is 16. We are going to get negative 15.5, which is way less than 0. So it means that as this value of x increases, our number tends towards negative infinity. Let's test 0.2. So f of 0.2 is equals to, we have 1 over 0.2 minus 4 to the power of 0.2. So if you punch that in your calculator, you're going to have this is going to be equals to 3.68 now, which is greater than 0. So let's test 0.5. So we have 1 over 0.5 minus 4 to the power of 0.5, and then this is going to give us the exact answer we're looking for, which is 0. So the x value here is equals to 0.5, which is equals to half. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, drop your comments and subscribe. Have a nice day.